Donald Trump has canceled former Vice President Kamala Harris's Secret Service protection. This is according to a letter titled Memorandum for the Secretary of Homeland Security, and that was dated Thursday. While former presidents do receive Secret Service protection for life, federal law dictates that vice presidents will receive 6 months of protection after they leave office. For Harris, that period ended on July 21st. However, then President Joe Biden reportedly signed a directive to extend her protection for an additional year. Well, President Trump has canceled that order. The White House and Secret Service did not immediately comment on this matter. And this comes as Harris embarks on a multi-city high-profile book tour. Her upcoming new memoir is entitled 107 Days, and it chronicles her brief 2024 campaign. Harris is going to make a stop here in Atlanta on October 8th.